Hello everyone, we're back again with another video today, and today we are doing the Sky Bet Championship predictions. I know I am a Sunderland fan and I have just recently been promoted to the Premier League, but since I did follow the Championship for the 3 years we were in it, there's no point to stop watching it when it's one of the best leagues in England, if not the best league in England, now with the Premier League being such a gap between the Championship and the Premier League. So we're going to get straight underway with it, with the Championship predictions for the 2025 to 26 season. Now there is no filter for this yet, so I've made a list of teams. So 24th I've gone for Stoke City. Now they've been in and around relegation for a very long time now, and I think the Championship this season is going to be really competitive, really strong. The three sides that come up, Birmingham, Wrexham, Charlton, will all do well, especially Birmingham, who are stacked to, well, maybe get promoted. Wrexham, they'll spend, obviously, like they always do. And Charlton, I think they might also stay up as well. So 24th, I've gone for Stoke City. Now 23rd, another team going down. I think they're struggling financially. It's Sheffield Wednesday. Now I don't see where they survive in this season. All players were told that if they are not paid their wages for the month of May and June, then they will be given the option to just leave the club straight away. Now I can't see many people staying at Sheffield Wednesday, so they're going to have to field a lot of youngsters next season. So that's why I've gone Sheffield Wednesday to finish second bottom. Massive club, don't deserve to be back in League One. They are a Championship-sized club. They should not be anywhere near League One. Now the third and final team who I think will be dragged down into the third tier of English football. It's a tough one. I've been sat here for just over 3 minutes thinking, who should I put there? It was a toss-up between two, but I've gone for Hull City. I think they were really lucky to survive last season. They got away with it a lot last season. The other team that I was thinking of was Oxford, but I do think they will have a good season next season and survive. I've now revealed the teams who I think will finish 19th to 21st. There they are. I've gone Charlton, Derby, Oxford. I just said before, Oxford, I think they will stay up again. I think they've got enough in that team to just about survive. Derby County, they've done enough last season. I think they'll do enough again this season. And Charlton, I think they'll come up and surprise a few people. I know a lot of people will have them to be making an immediate return to League One, but I think they're a big club, and I think that if the fans can get behind them, then I think they will absolutely stay in this league. I've now revealed the teams who I think will finish in the places between 16th and 18th. I'm going to reveal 3 teams at a time just to speed the video up, just so you aren't watching for ages. But I've gone for Wrexham, Watford and Preston. Now, you might think this is a bit controversial having Wrexham so low, but I think the jump, that they've been promoted 3 times in a row. The jump from League One to the Championship is the biggest step up for them yet. I think it's too big for them to go up again. And I'm not saying they won't spend, I think they absolutely will spend. But the team that they have at the moment, that team that's just won promotion to League One, would be around about 21st. But I think with a bit of spendage, like they normally will, and the back end of Ryan Reynolds and the other guy, I think they will finish 16th. So I think they'll be happy with that, and then they can push on from next season. Watford, I think they'll have a poor season. I think they're just getting worse every year. I think they'll get to the point where they do eventually get relegated, but it will take a few seasons. And Preston, they had a really bad season last season, so a lot of people have them to struggle. I've got them to struggle again in 18th place. The next 3 teams I have, it may be a bit controversial to some of you, but I just think this is how it's going to go. I've gone Blackburn, QPR and Portsmouth. Now Portsmouth, first season back to the Championship, really good. I won't remember for them last season. They finished, was it 16th, I think, or something around there. I think they will keep pushing on. They'll do a little bit better this season, 1 place higher. I think they'll be happy having a few years in the Championship and then building on, hopefully getting back to the Premier League, because Portsmouth are a huge club. QPR, they had a decent season, finished 15th last season. I think they'll do 1 better this season, finish 14th. I know that Cifuentes guy's linked with Leicester. I think he might have gone there already. I'm not sure. I've not really seen much of the Championship lately, but yeah. And then Blackburn, I think they'll have a bit of a drop off simply because of the strength of the Championship this season. I think it's a little bit too strong for Blackburn to compete this season. I'm not saying they absolutely can't go out and finish in the playoffs, because they absolutely can, but just based on my opinion and based on the strength of the championship this season, I don't see them finishing in the top half of the table. And now we're going to move on to the top half of the table now. Now, the rest, I've wrote the teams I think will finish 10th, 11th and 12th, the mid-table teams who are just normally expected to finish wherever they are. And Swansea, Bristol City and Millwall. Bristol City coming off the back of a fantastic campaign last season, finished in the playoffs. Unfortunately did lose to Sheffield United, lost quite convincingly as well. But they've got to be proud of, Bristol City. I think 11th for them is just, it's not a bad season, but like if you finish in the playoffs and go and finish 11th, it's quite underwhelming. Again, for the likes of Blackburn, I think the championship's too strong for them to compete this season. Again, not saying they can't, but based on my views and the strength of the championship, it's going to be tough. 10th, Swansea. I think they'll have a good season. They ended last season really, really well. They ended it on a high, 5 wins in a row or something like that? Or something stupid like that, 6 wins in 7. I think if they can carry that form into next season, they can have a season to remember. But again, I think it's too strong for them to compete. I've now gone for the teams who I think will finish just outside the playoff places. Fortunately, it's West Brom, Middlesbrough and Norwich. West Brom, they might surprise a few people finishing 7th. They had a poor season last season. They were in and around the playoffs for most of the season, but they fell off. Middlesbrough and Norwich, I don't know. I think the top 6. I think the top 6 is pretty much nailed on for this season. I think there's 6 teams who I think will really do well this season, and obviously the top 6. So yeah, but here we go. I'm gonna do the predictions for the teams in the playoffs as well. I've now filled in the 4 teams that I think will be competing in the 2025-26 Championship playoffs, and here they are: Birmingham City, Leicester City, Sheffield United and Coventry City. It's really tough to predict, so this might come out as a bit controversial for a lot of people, but I don't know, it's such a tough league to predict the championship. So yeah, I'll fill in the top 2 and then I'm going to go through the playoffs and who I think will win the playoffs. Top 2 in that order: Southampton to win the league and Ipswich to finish 2nd. I know Ipswich done a lot better than Southampton last season. They did only take 1 point off them though, so I don't know. I think Southampton might just get it over the line. It'll come down to the final day, I think. But it's going to be really tough this season for most teams. So I've done the predictions for the first leg of the playoffs, and here they are. It'll be Coventry v Birmingham, 6th versus 3rd, and Sheffield United v Leicester, 5th against 4th. I think Coventry City will beat Birmingham at home in the first leg. They have to take advantage of that first leg if they are to finish in the playoffs. They didn't against Sunderland and they got punished for it. But I do think Coventry will beat Birmingham 2-1 in the playoff first leg. And then moving to Bramall Lane, I think Sheffield United and Leicester will draw 1-1. They'll play out 1-1 draw. So leaving that tie wide open for the second leg. The second leg's coming now. Now moving on to the second legs, here they are. I think Birmingham Coventry will reverse the score. I think Birmingham will win 2-1 at St Andrews. It'll go to extra time. There'll be no winner in extra time. No, I think Birmingham will win 1-0 after 90 minutes, taking it 2-2. And then I think Coventry will score to go in front. I think Birmingham will score late in extra time to take it to penalties. And I think Birmingham will go through on penalties. And for this one, the second playoff semi-final tie, you might think this might be a bit controversial, but I think Sheffield United will go through. I think they'll beat Leicester 1-0 and 2-1 on aggregate. That'll be huge for Sheffield United, meaning it'll be a Birmingham v Sheffield United playoff final, which I'm going to do a prediction for now. Now for the playoff final, Birmingham v Sheffield United. There it is. Unfortunately for Birmingham, I don't think it's going to be their season. I think they will do extremely well considering they've just come up from League One, but I don't think it's their season. I think Sheffield United will bounce back and get promoted at the right time, win 3-2 on penalties. I think Birmingham will score first in this game. Sheffield United will equalise and take an extra time and win on penalties. Thanks everyone for watching. There's the predictions just there if you want to have a look. there's the predictions there. Thanks everyone for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully a video about Sunderland.